final question from you, Blue. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Come out ready to fight.
Jared Cannonier getting used to the spotlight. This is 4th straight headliner. 6th overall. And the crowd rises to a chant supporting the fighter out of Glendale, Arizona. Jared Cannonier is in black. Nassourdine Imavov is in blue. 2 fighters in the history of the UFC have earned knockout wins in 3 different weight classes. Jared Cannonier is one of them. Conor McGregor is the other.
Crazy to look back at some of the highlights of Jared at
Heavyweight, light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he's a good lesson on when you go all in. Man, you really unlock the next level. Woo! He was balancing a career in the military in Alaska and going down to Arizona for fight camps. And when he went all in and moved his family down to Arizona, became a middleweight, and he became a headline fighter.
Cannonier's landing some really heavy calf kicks early here.
He knows he's got to do that to slow down this elusive movement of Imavov. So light on his feet, so fast with his responses.
Yes.
Punch him up in the middle.
And this is exactly what Imavov's team was expecting. There were a lot of moments in that last fight against Dolidze where he was controlled and didn't have the answers in the grappling against the fence. They knew that Jared would be bringing this.
Cannonier wasted no time getting into this fight. He came right across, throwing big punches. Now mixing in the clinch to the trip, gets this takedown.
Jared gonna try to create some space to get that hook in.
Elbow on the break from Cannonier. Oh, that was close.
What happened?
You are going like this to him over and over. There's a no-go. With your fingers like this, do not put him in his eyes. Good? Good.
Jason Herzog, way to go.
Tell him, Jason.
Long jab from Imavov, followed it up with a right. Imavov brought in a boxer from England to work on his precision. It's already where he's good.
Watch your fingers.
Quick and powerful left hook. Imavov expected to have the speed advantage.
He's still doing it with the fingers. He's got to be very careful because Jason's already warned him. If he pokes Cannonier, even accidentally now, he's got to be careful he doesn't lose a point very early on in this fight.
Oh yeah, and a point can change everything.
Nice combination from Cannonier, backs him up. 2 minutes to go, round 1.
Oh, good right hand there from Cannonier. Imavov rolls with it well, though. And that's what he's got to try to do. Oh, nice counter. Let's see if he can capitalize here.
Oh, this will buckle your knees though.
Engage or let him up.
Imavov does have good submissions.
Nice job to get out of that right away. Cannonier doing a good job with this head position, right under the jaw of Imavov. I expect to see him start to look for punches in here, look for the trips, big elbows.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he actually wants to get the fight to the ground, or if this is where he wants to rough Imavov up. Just keep it here, land those elbows, land the knees, wear him out.
Yeah, wear on him a bit, slow him down a bit.
Because Imavov does have a very dangerous submission game, good off of his back. But this is where we've seen him struggle in fights.
Bit of a stalemate here. Cannonier dips for another takedown attempt. Each has landed a takedown so far. Cannonier has outstruck Imavov 2-1 in significant strikes, a bit more than that in total strikes. And each no stranger to going the distance if needed. Imavov said he prefers 5 rounds. Second of 5, if needed, in our main event. Pretty strong first round for Cannonier, who controlled things along the fence, just as Imavov expected and as Cannonier clearly wanted to do.
Yeah, so far sticking to that game plan.
Oh, a stiff jab from Imavov.
And that's what his corner wanted, was to not hesitate on that jab, to use more speed. And he's got to be careful with his fingers.
Yeah, he's had a couple of talking tos now from Jason Herzog regarding the outstretched fingers. In between rounds, pulled Imavov's corner to make sure that he could translate from French, so he was 100% sure he understood the instructions.
Cannonier has landed 7 leg kicks so far. He's working on that lead left leg of Imavov early.
Well, that's exactly like what you said earlier, Paul. I mean, the calf kicks will take away the angles and the finesse.
Biggest combination of the fight for Cannonier.
That just takes away that bounce, that snap.
And some of the speed.
You could tell Cannonier using his strength in there, just kind of bullied him over. And then again, not wasting time, going right back in. Land some good shots on the outside, fight at distance, close the gap. And I'm not saying Imavov is slowing down at all at this point, but in between rounds, he was definitely put his arms up on his coach. You could tell that this pressure, he's feeling it. Not that he was prepared for it, he knew that this is the type of fight he may be in for.
It's been a pretty tactical battle thus far. Dean Thomas, what have you noticed?
I noticed we expected Imavov to be a little bit faster than Cannonier, but that's not the case. I think that the rhythm that Cannonier is fighting at is really throwing Imavov off. He's moving side to side, then he darts in and he moves his head out after he throws that right hand, and that's giving Imavov problems. If he keeps this up, we might be looking at a knockout.
We'll see how things develop.
Good jab from Cannonier as well. He's really using his reach, staying at the end, keeping Imavov at the end of those punches, not rushing in.
That was a big part. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. That was a big part of the fight against Vettori as well. Just the way that he stayed behind the jab and stayed technical all the way through those 5 rounds, and just over time, it snowballed on Marvin Vettori, and he just ran away with it.
And it's just a lot of experience now. I mean, having these main events, being in the spotlight, getting used to these moments is big for an athlete.
Level 40.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using that. He's got to watch these elbows, though.
Paul, you're at level 40 later this year, right?
No, I'm level 40.
Oh, you're level 40 now. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Come on, after Cannonier.
Way to go, bud. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
What level are you, Brendan?
I'm level 41, level 42 later this summer.
All right.
That's a nice way to put it.
That's great. I love it. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. Under 2 minutes and a lot of control time along the fence for Cannonier here. Fight Inc. Inside the UFC is a 3-part documentary series that goes behind the scenes with the MMA leader. Follow the UFC CEO Dana White, UFC champions John Jones and Sean O'Malley, and many others for an unprecedented look at extraordinary people in an unforgiving business. Fight Inc. Inside the UFC, streaming free right now, exclusively on the Roku channel.
Imavov trying to pressure forward, throw big punches here. Somebody's off guard out. Is that Cannonier's?
Herzog scoops it up. I'm not sure, honestly. I think it's Imavov's. Nope, I was wrong.
Turn around, ready, go.
Gets it back in with 60 seconds left in round 2.
Back to the calf kick.
Dangerous.
And I know Herzog doesn't want to be yelling at Imavov throughout this fight to do that, but he's got to let him know.
Yeah, wants even less to take a point in the main event with high stakes.
Exactly, yeah, he really doesn't want it. That's why he's warning him.
There's some
punches here from
Imavov. mounting some pressure. Since moving down to middleweight, Cannonier has not been finished. He's been super durable, and oftentimes, of course, it's him dishing out heavy punishment. Final 10 of round 2. Big combination. Imavov started to find his rhythm right after we're done here. Third round. Odds are an even coin flip, minus 115 on each side. Cannonier with a heavy right to start things in round 3.
Yeah, and already he's picking better angles. I mean, his corner told him, he said, you cannot stand in front of Nassourdine Imavov. You got to find an angle, close the distance, get the jab going.
That's when Imavov is doing his best work, when he's letting that speed go. Nice takedown. See if he can keep it. Now Cannonier fights it off right away, gets back to his feet, but this shows where the fight is shifting a bit, in my opinion. That now it's Imavov engaging in these clinch situations, closing the distance.
Drags him down.
Jared trying to address the grip of Imavov right now.
Yeah, he's got to try to break those grips and then isolate a hand, try to turn in, scoop his arm underneath, and see if he can get an underhook, but he's got to watch in the process that he doesn't get hit.
Exactly, doesn't need an elbow for it, yep.
Cannonier now reverses to the outside.
Stay busy in these situations if he wants these moments to count for him. He's got to land knees, he's got to land short shots, because as we know on the judging criteria, they do not score control if there's other things to score. There's plenty of other things to score in this round.
Yeah, lots of damage. Both guys landing good strikes. He's starting to time that calf kick nicely as Imavov. That's what he's got to do. If Cannonier's going to chip that leg, he's got to answer with a punch.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. He's got it figured out.
Yeah, he's finding that timing now. Right hand there.
3 with the right from Cannonier.
Man,
and now
these guys
Imavov answers.
Evenly matched.
Just when one has a bit of momentum, the other one responds. Cannonier, more than 30 leg kicks landed.
That's what's standing out right now. It's pretty evenly matched other than that. Yeah, even a little bit like that for Cannonier. If he's going to have Imavov up against the fence, if he can just land some shots, some body shots, some little dirty boxing uppercuts, maybe look for an elbow here and then transition back into a takedown attempt.
And these fence wrestling exchanges are so exhausting.
And he's done a lot of it. Body kick from Imavov.
Imavov's quickness starting to carry into the later rounds now.
Yeah, he's got the range figured out. I mean, he's timing the calf kick He's backing up when he needs to. But he's got to be able to get off these fence exchanges so that he can really get to work and express that creativity out in the octagon, out in space.
Yeah, and the numbers are so close that you don't want anything like this to stifle your round, because even if Imavov landed the cleaner strikes, Cannonier's landing these leg kicks, but control time, and I know that's not score, but if Cannonier can do any damage in this
little
clinch,
shots
it'll
add
set
up.
him, it'll set him apart. But really, it's going to come down to who lands the better shots in these rounds.
Ready? Ready? Fight!
Main event rounds, 10 minutes left if needed. And the tables have turned a little bit with Nassourdine Imavov mounting some momentum on the road. Cannonier hasn't really forced his game plan that he did in the first 2 rounds, control along the fence.
No, and when he has, it's, ooh. Landed that, potentially giving up the back.
Yeah, that's the risk of spinning.
Could you imagine if we had the 9th spinning back elbow knockout?
Oh my gosh.
I'm interested to see how they're going to handle bonuses tonight, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There has been some highlight reels. And perhaps still one left here.
All in the main card, too. All came later.
Yeah. Had some highlights last night here. This the second leg of a TKO takeover. SmackDown with the WWE last night. The Octagon back to work. Imavov has Cannonier on the run. Another big right. Cannonier is in danger. He's using the fence to stay up.
Oh, and
Knee up the middle.
Imavov is hunting him.
Oh my goodness, is this the moment Nassourdine Imavov really breaks through? That's gonna do it. Some will question the stoppage, but Nassourdine Imavov sits atop the octagon and asks for a title shot.
And Jared Cannonier is not a happy man right now.
This will be controversial, and we'll, of course, take a closer look at it, but the damage was starting to mount. Imavov had momentum going into rounds 3 and now round 4. And it was a heavy shot that changed everything. And once he had him wobbled, he was aggressive
I
to
mean,
the
let's
finish.
take a look here. Nassourdine Imavov lands this right hook over the jab side of Cannonier, rocks him badly, chases him down. There's the right hook again. I mean, his equilibrium is clearly affected. Doesn't quite make it to the canvas, but then Nassourdine Imavov later continues to land a few strikes. I want to see the finish here when Jason calls it. Here we go. Yeah. Ooh,
yeah, I mean, he's still on his, he's under his own power. He's not even wobbly at that
that's
point.
tough. That is really tough.
Yeah, that's, Jason Herzog is one of the best referees in the game.
He absolutely is.
But that one was a bit short. Had his hands up.
Yeah, he did, and yeah. If I'm Jared, I'm pretty upset
I'm
about
upset
that.
with that.
Yeah.
Nassourdine Imavov will take it any way he can get it. It means he'll find his way into the top 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 1 minute, 34 seconds. Round number 4. Your winner by TKO, Nassourdine Imavov!
I'm here with your winner.